And welcome. Hey, I thought it would be fun to make up a few parenting tips. I think I've done a pretty good job. I've got a 21-year-old who's absolutely fabulous. By God, couldn't ask for a better son. Um, the topic today, Halloween. Nowadays, going door to door and trick-or-treating, kind of scary. Because there are some weird people up in here. Now, back in my day, we had to worry about maybe there being razor blades or needles put in the candy, because there was stuff in the news of children being really, really hurt by idiots that wanted to be funny and hurt children. I don't know what their motive was, but they were, my God. Nowadays, you really got to watch out for edibles. I mean, like edible marijuana. I don't know if anybody would take from their stash, if you will, and try to get a kid high, but there's some crazy folks up in here. Anyway, we've done a couple of things. We take him trick-or-treating to the mall. Doesn't necessarily get as big at candy bars and so on and so forth, but for a little bitty, they don't give a damn, really. I mean, they do, but they don't. And he ends up with a decent bag full of candy and has fun. Another thing is you hope that one of your friends or somebody that you trust has a party. And they can go to a Halloween party. There's also lots of times churches will have a Halloween party that they can go to that is wholesome. They get to have fun and they get a little bit of candy. Also, some of the roller rinks will do parties and they get to roller skate, they get candy, they get to wear a costume, and yeah, can have a glorious time on roller skating. I myself went along and did that when I was a little bit younger man and had children. In fact, I dressed up myself and almost won the contest for the best costume. Wasn't quite there. Almost got it. I was one of the runner-ups. But I think the biggest question is, what do you do with the candy? Do you let them scarf until they're ill? Do you give them a couple a day? Do you put it in their lunches? What do you do with the candy? Okay, now for us, we would give him the night of Halloween. Let him eat his fill. We looked at the candy, made sure that it was safe. And then we let him have his, just go for it. And generally, he would have a small handful and he'd get sick of it because it would kind of, he'd have too much and it would give him a little bit of a bellyache. So he never really went totally bananas. Then we would offer him a $5 bill for his candy. And he was more interested in being able to buy stuff with the $5 bill than he was his pile of candy. And then once we've purchased it from him, I would take that candy and I would sift out the chocolate and I would cut that chocolate up into little bitty squares and make cookies. Oh boy. Some pretty damn good cookies come out of Halloween, tell you what. There's some tips for you. How do you handle Halloween? Worked for me.